Episode 103. Thank you all for listening to episode 102. Happy birth dub. I'm Gary here with my co-host.
Bear Cub.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it. No Shiv, no Dub, no
Stat
Parrots.
still walked plank.
Me, you, your Powerade, and my Monster.
And my smokes.
And your smokes.
Yep.
And your, is that Diet Cherry Pepsi?
Yeah, it is.
Cherry Pepsi is delicious. Cherry Pepsi from Taco Bell is like crack, by the way.
Really?
Regular, not diet, regular.
They have that?
Like crack.
Really?
Wild Cherry Pepsi out of the tap at Taco Bell is crack. It is so good. Best Wild Cherry Pepsi. It beats out of a can, out of a bottle, 10 days out of 10, twice on Sunday.
I like it.
There's not even 10 days. That's how crazy it is.
That's your twice on Sunday, maybe twice on Saturday.
Maybe that's my lack of sleep catching up to me right now. I'm not sure.
It might be. I woke up at 2:30 this morning.
Yeah, you were tagging me in shit on Facebook at like 4 a.m. I was like, dude, I was up at 5 and I was like, what the hell is he doing? I went to bed at, I'm behind on work and I had to travel today, so I didn't get to bed till like 1. Woke up at 5 and saw you tagged me in something like 4, and I was like, what in the world?
Well, my kid falls asleep early, and I was like, I'm going to get up, I'm going to work out, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Dude, I passed out. It was 8:30, so I woke up at 2, like, fuck. So I just started doing stuff, and then...
You're pretty much me. You're like, after 6 hours of sleep, no matter what time it is, you're awake.
Yep, and so it was like 5.5 hours total of sleep. I get up, and I stayed up till it was like probably 4:30, and I was getting ready to do some work. And then I just hear my kid moving around, and I go walk around this corner, because I sit here when I do work. And so I walk around this corner right here, and then he's coming up holding his blanket, and he's just... He got scared as shit. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I woke up. And I was like, all right, let's go back to bed. So we went to bed and we watched Miraculous with Ladybug and Cat Noir. He loves it. And we both kind of were in and out of it. And then he fell back asleep at 5:30. I conked out, and thank God I woke up at 6:15 because I didn't set any alarm. My phone was in here charging. So I was like, oh, God, thank God I woke up, because I had to go to Kroger. I had to take him to school. I had to come back and get the company car. I had to go to St. Mary's. It was just a long day.
Yeah, it's been a really long day today. So.
And I got to see Jeremy today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Good man, yeah.
How's he doing?
He's doing great.
Are we getting trivia today?
We are getting trivia today.
Hell yeah.
We're getting trivia. He sent me the long post for wrestling, and I'm excited. So he just had asked me, are you guys ready for trivia? And I said, we're just starting to record. I will be ready shortly. And I have the standings. It's on the page before this. That's what we predict for the NFL standings, which eventually this board I'm going to have to spray off and clean off the board, and I'll probably put the standings up there. But on the page before, I think it's 5-1. You and I are tied still.
Yeah, Shiv is not going to make up any ground this week.
No, he's not. And who knows? We may pull ahead, we may not. So
also true. His questions last week were beastly.
Yeah, they were great, though. I liked them. So before we get into the show, of course, we got to thank people. So thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. He also just had a birthday.
I saw that. I wished him a happy birthday, actually.
Yeah, same. August 12th, he actually had a birthday. He's 33. He's got that Larry Bird birthday. So Brandon is 1 day older than Wes Anderson.
1 day.
1 day.
And he is an old man, so it makes sense.
Yeah. And then thank you to All Wear Clothing, first and primary sponsor of OTL Sports Podcast. Thank you to Crandall's Quality Lawn Care. Call them 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding area, and not.
I've hit Africa so many times, I'm not even going to shoot at it.
You want me to go this way?
Ooh, yeah, let's go north.
All right, here we go. Ooh.
They push left. Short traveled to the left.
We're going this way.
Oh, I like Iceland right there. Yeah.
Iceland. So you do not.
And Iceland is green, by the way, people.
Right there, it's green. Everywhere else, it's white.
Dub would tell you, as a history person, that is where the Mongols tricked everybody. And Leif Erikson, they're smart. They're smart people. It's green in Iceland. It's not icy there. History lesson.
That's
I just made
D2 the Mighty Ducks.
I just made all that shit up.
Which, by the way, is going to be, just now since I've said it, that's the movie we're covering next week. D2 the Mighty Ducks.
I love that movie.
Yes. So
the goalie!
Since it's Iceland.
The goalie!
What is it? The Iceland coach goes out with Gordon Bombay, and she teaches him about Greenland and Iceland. So Iceland, Sean, Crandall's Quality Lawn Care, 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding area, and not Hrafnagel, Iceland.
And by the way, Hrafnagel, Iceland, that picture that they have there with the little rainbow looks beautiful. It looks nice. I've actually heard, in all honesty, though, no joking aside, it is actually a legit place to visit. And I think they have, like, legit nice, like, vacation spot. I think they have, like, the hot spring geysers when it's, like, cold out.
There?
Yeah, and they're, like, blue, like, bright blue, like your Powerade right there.
Right.
That's the color. Like, it's not look like normal water, like blue water like the ocean. It's like a lighter baby blue.
From, like, the
And
geysers.
they're supposed to be, like,
everything
hot
else.
springs while it's, like,
shit.
cold out.
That's awesome.
That's what I've heard.
And right now, so it's 7:42 here p.m. on Wednesday, and this will release at midnight. But it is 41 degrees and 11:42 at night in Iceland. In this what'd you say it? Hrafnagel?
Hrafnagel.
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 Hrafnagel, Iceland. Hrafnagel. So,
It's like
Thank you.
78 here.
right. Thank you, Sean, for not serving Hrafnagel, Iceland. Thank you also to Tim at Verizon. Verizon is a true technology business partner, helps local businesses deploy technologies that positively impact operations and can increase revenue for the company. At Verizon, they do not wait for the future, they build it. Get in touch with a sales rep in your area. Thank you to Cassandra at PNC. Visit Cassandra at PNC, who will help you with your banking needs, or give her a call, 419-877-0634. She can help you with loans, credit cards, personal banking. She's going to be there to help you. And then also thank you to Steve at Savage & Associates, who sponsored the Frickers lunch at episode 100.
Oh, yeah. That's all I
I
had.
thought you were going with the freaking chicken chunks.
That took a little bit out of me there.
I did. And no blue cheese, right?
No, fuck the blue cheese. Ranch only or plain. Actually, the wings had some delicious sauce on them. Some barbecue like I would rub all over Miss Elizabeth.
I like it. You would rub all over her now with it?
Neither of us are rubbing anything right now, brother.
Thank you, brother. So thank you to Steve at Savage & Associates for that, and then giving us the spot to record the 100th episode. By the way, we talked about episode 200. I found the equivalent. So we are going to allow wine, we're going to allow liquor, and we're going to allow beer. Like we did. 12-ounce beers equal 4 ounces of wine equals one shot of at least 80 proof, which would be 40% of liquor. So people that like Crown like me, good to go. And I can have 2, which would be 2 beers. And we're doing episode 200. We're probably going to get like 25 people to drink. So it's 8. So anybody that comes, we're just going to count their drinks. And whoever's counting, good luck to them. But episode 200, the pod beats Patty Boggs 2, something boogaloo. And we're going to figure it out. So if you out there in listener land want to give us the word that we need to put in front of boogaloo, you got a year to figure this out.
Yeah.
But
We'll
let
use
us
any
know.
word. Any word.
Yep, we've got, so we had 101 and 102 last week, 103, 104 this week. So we got 48 weeks left that you can figure this out.
Yes.
And give us what we need for the pod beats Patty Boggs 2 blank boogaloo.
Blank boogaloo.
Episode 200. We love it.
Yeah, and you can send those on Twitter at OTL Sports Pod.
Hey, you got it right finally.
At OTL Sports Pod.
I just got word, by the way,
Yes.
from fake Francesca, that or Francesca, but he likes Francesca better.
Francesca.
Hollywood Casino in Lawrenceburg, Indiana is hiring for sportsbook. Yes.
Oh, buddy.
1 hour and 10 minutes northeast of Cincinnati, 75 to 275 west, second exit. Generally from
Close
here,
to Indy, right?
hour, yes. So we're going to have to check that out. What did he say? Lawrenceburg, Indiana.
I'll drive 4 hours to gamble.
Lawrenceburg, Indiana. So I'm going to check that out. Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Ooh, gosh. 177 miles, 3 hours, 22 minutes.
That's it? 3-hour drive? Oh, boy. There goes all my checks right down the shitter.
But in Indiana, there's a few other casinos that'll probably have sportsbook that we'll have to see what's going on. So next, I don't think we had. Did we have anything on Twitter from Justin?
Nothing. Nada.
Nothing on the Twitter from Justin. So what we're going to do now is go into Jeremy's perfect discussion, or what does he call it? What's the trivia?
The perfect trivia.
No, he called it something else.
Bear gets pissed off at Jeopardy?
No.
Oh. I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Oh, gosh. What is his trivia game name? Oh, man. What did he call it? Over the line. No, it's not over the line anything. We're going to have to figure that out.
Just ask him right now.
I just did. and we'll make sure he gets to us. So, because then in NASCAR, while he does this, we can talk a little bit about NASCAR until he sends us something, because when he does, I'm going to cut out of NASCAR. So last week, Brandon had Matt DiBenedetto, you had Chase Elliott, I had Ryan Newman, and the guy that walked the plank had Spencer Boyd, who finished 38th. So Ryan Newman finished 12th, Chase Elliott 9th, DiBenedetto 20th. So the updated standings, Brandon at 15.1, I'm at 15.9, and it's called There's No Crying in Trivia. And
there you go.
That's right. And then Bear is at 16.4.
Giving away my pick for this week. But first, I wanted to get in because last week and I'll normally watch Michigan. Actually, I lied. I don't, because it's the most boring race on the circuit. That was the most exciting Michigan race I think they've had in a little while.
Totally agree.
The first two stages were awesome. They wrecked at the end of the second stage racing. Austin Dillon got loose in the corner. I mean, they were racing hard. In the third, it went back to Michigan, the pit strategy, which is always fun because a lot of guys were short on gas, and a lot of guys got fucked at the end because of that. Kurt Busch was running third and ran out of gas and dropped all the way to 23rd because he ran out of gas right at the end of that race. A few guys did that, and somehow Chase still didn't get higher than 9th, which he wasn't one of them and was running 9th, so how guys dropped off in front of him and he couldn't gain any spots. Because I'm sitting there watching, like, all right, Chase, you're in 5th, like, that's great, and then he started falling back. Like, oh, these guys ran out of gas. I was like, oh, great. And then he finished 9th, and I was like, did you give up too? Like, what the hell? But Harvick dominated that third stage. Absolutely dominated.
Did he win?
Yeah, he overtook Logano with like 30 to go and just absolutely destroyed. So it was a good Michigan race.
So let me give you this while you're talking about it, because we talked about our averages. You closed the gap on Brandon.
Yeah.
And me by 3 spots. But here's the deal. From Brandon to you, 30 positions. That's it. In 23 races, you're only 30 away, and I'm only 18 away. So we're all within
close, man.
30 spots. That's pretty awesome. And we've got 3 races to go in the chase here, or before the chase, and we've got 10 in the chase.
Yeah.
So this is going to be this is interesting, because last year I just dominated and it was over.
Yeah, this year is very, very close.
And I like how we did this, because we're going to do golf the same way next year.
I was about to say, and right now, we still have to, we have to pretty much fill trash drivers the next 3 races, more or less.
And you can give yours, because I already did. My bad.
So I'm taking Ryan Preece, and I'm taking Ryan Preece. I know he's on the Cup Series, but he won the Xfinity race here in 2016, I think, the night race.
Yeah.
So Preece has won here before. He has tasted victory at Bristol. Granted, that was with lesser competition and a better car. Now he has the best competition and still a good car. But, he's tasted victory here. Why can't Ryan Preece pull one out of his ass and get lucky for me? Or at least just finish top 20 for me, man. Because I think that's who I'm going to be rooting for on Saturday.
We'll be there.
While we're there eating rubber.
And so Brandon took Bubba Wallace. And, Bubba.
That's it. It's not a bad pick, but Bubba struggled here.
Well, I took him in the first race because I thought he'd do good at Daytona again. He finished 38th. So I started off bad this year. But I'm going to take Matt DiBenedetto, who finished 12th here last year, or 12th here in April, and he finished 22nd here last year in the night race. So you never know. He got Brandon a 20th there at Michigan, and he's quietly under the radar. He's like, a teen to 20s guy, and like you said, if I get a 20th, I'm good. And if he's got some cool swag, I'll get a DiBenedetto shirt to wear for Saturday.
Exactly. And as we were talking, I might get a Priest one then. As we were talking before we started recording, Kyle Busch has won the last 4 races in Bristol.
Insane.
In Bristol. And now that Gray is going and he loves Kyle Busch, he's not going to win this week.
I know. That's what's going to happen. Well, I've seen Kyle Busch win in person, and go back 8 years ago, 2011, when I went to the Bristol night race. He won the Xfinity race there, and Keselowski won the Cup race. So I don't know if Kyle Busch will win, but if he does, great for me. And it's probably going to piss off the people that go to Bristol all the time, because it'd be the 5th time in a row he does. But you can't deny it. Brandon, greatest driver out there today, Brandon.
And also, since we're probably going to be at the truck race as well on Thursday when we get in, because we'll have garage and pit passes. Johnny Sauter won this race last year. Who won it the year before?
Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch won the truck race 2017.
And now they're limited to how many races they can do on the second and third tier.
Kyle Busch won in 2013 and 2010 and 2009 and 2008.
For Cup?
Truck.
Yeah.
Truck.
Jeez. So.
And just to see, Xfinity, Christopher Bell won.
Chris Bell's a good driver.
Chris Bell won the spring race. And I'm sorry, Ryan Preece won last year in the spring, not in the summer. I apologize. My info is incorrect. Ryan Preece won last spring at Xfinity. Kyle Larson won the summer race for Xfinity last year.
Interesting. We'll have to see what guys are in the when we're there over the next couple of days. We'll have to see who's going to be in that Xfinity race on Friday. If any of the Cup guys are.
Hold on a second, too. I also can't read.
Okay.
Kurt Busch won the summer race here last year. Kurt. So it's Kyle, Kurt, Kyle. Sorry. I'm Kurt Busch, 8-18-18. Kurt Busch won, not Kyle.
He won
so Kyle's won 3 of 4 then. Yeah.
Okay. So Kyle's won 1 night race and 2 day races.
Of the last 4. And Kurt was, I just saw Busch.
Yeah. You would assume Kyle, but Kurt is he's a good driver as well.
Never know when you're going to see Busch.
I hope never. And, so we'll see what happens. It should be a fun time. Who are we pulling for tomorrow? Jennifer Jo Cobb?
Jennifer Jo Cobb. And I think we have here, I just got news in 18 minutes ago. Ohio State University applies to trademark the. Yes. The Ohio State University. I saw that.
Should say the. All right, so here we go. Here's the first trivia question. Number 1, with Antonio Brown in the news constantly, what college did he attend?
Central Michigan.
Yeah, yes, we both knew that.
I'll just give us our marks right now.
Yep, and Central Michigan next. Yeah, we knew it was Mac. I was gonna say we can yell
Frostbite.
it out. Yeah, no shit, right?
Bad helmet. He's such a
He said nice.
We'll talk about him too a little bit later. About how big of a baby he is.
Central Michigan next. Let's see what we got.
Why are we watching soccer?
Your mother's a whore. Oh, 2-part question. Here we go.
Oh boy.
Part 1. Which NBA team has the best winning percentage of all time?
Okay. Do we have to answer that first? And then
Yeah, because he asked that. He doesn't have the second part. So I'm going to go with that team right there.
I would agree with you. That was my pick.
Okay.
Celtics. The Celts.
It's going to be them or the Lakers.
I agree.
So we're both
probably
going Boston. Yeah, I know.
Probably like the freaking Raptors or something.
Yeah, it's probably somebody we don't think of new. Probably could be Golden State now, at this point.
True.
We never know.
They sucked for a long time, though.
Yeah, you're right. Boston's had some off years, but not too bad. So we both went Celtics here. The answer is it's typing. There's little dots.
Enhance.
Oh.
Enhance.
He stopped typing. Uh-oh.
Enhance.
Uh-oh. Enhance.
Come on.
He's typing again.
Oh, boy.
He stopped typing.
Come on, Jeremy. Type the damn thing.
Jeremy.
Type the damn thing.
Give us the answer, Jeremy.
You don't have all day, bro. Come on.
I'll give the answer after part 2.
Jeez. Okay.
Which is name the rest of the top 5. 1 point for each correct answer. All right, so I'll start typing mine. You can just have yours. I'm going to put mine in.
You tell me once you're done typing, and then I will give you mine. I think that'll be fair. So obviously we both have Celtics at 1, so we need the next 4.
Yeah, and it can be anywhere in the top 5.
Yep, absolutely. So once you're done typing, you let me know, and I will give you mine.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I could have been a professional singer. Could have.
You
Gave it up.
should have been a professional singer.
Instead, I used my beautiful voice to yell at hockey players in minor league AA games. So that's where I use my talents. You good?
Yep.
Okay, so 1 is the Celtics.
Yep.
2, I'm going with the Lakers.
I have the Lakers.
3, the Spurs. 4, ooh, that's tough. 4, give me the Heat. And 5, Give me... I'm trying to think of teams out west because I feel like...
So far, we're 3 for 3. You just got to get the one that I have last.
Man, I want to say the Warriors, but I
contemplated that, and then it clicked.
I know. I feel... Is it someone west? You know what? I don't want the same one as you. I'm going to take the Warriors. Warriors
Okay.
would be 5.
I have the Bulls.
Ah! Shit!
Instead of Bulls for Bear.
Yeah, you got me there.
All right. I had to think about it because I was like, gosh, Miami or Golden State.
They also, though,
They've had some bad years.
without Jordan, they sucked.
Here we go. Oh, shit.
We all wrong? Were the Raptors
We've
one of
got
them?
3. Well, we don't get the top one. Number 1, San Antonio.
Yeah. I thought about that after, too.
Number 2, LA Lakers.
Okay.
We get that, so give us Lakers.
Well, we should get the Spurs, too. I mean, they're in the
and
top
Boston.
5.
Boston's 3rd. They're in the top 5. So give us. We had them as they would have been in our top 5.
Yeah.
So give us 3 points. We were way, and I should have, knowing him, I should have fucking said, son of a bitch. 4, Oklahoma City. 5, I should have, and I thought about it, but I said, nah, there's no way. His team, Utah Jazz.
You know what? I almost said the Jazz because Malone and Stockton had 20 years, and they always are they're always like 500. You know? They didn't really have bad years, and that was who I was going between the Warriors and the Jazz, really. Damn.
Yeah.
The Bulls didn't even cross my mind, though. I don't even know why.
I didn't think of him, and then I did, and I was. But
That's
he said
smart,
post-Jordan Bulls killed their percentage.
Yeah.
Like you did.
I mean, that's smart, though, because if Jordan didn't even pop in my head, if Jordan popped in my head, I would have 100% been on that.
Right.
I mean, the Heat sucked forever, too, but with Wade and then when LeBron came there, and they haven't been that bad the last couple of years, so that makes sense. So we got 3 of 5, though.
Dude,
It's not
that was a solid question.
That's a good question.
That's probably my favorite one. All right, here we go. Last one. Nelson Cruz has had 6 30-home run seasons since turning 30. Got it? Only 3 other active hitters have even hit 30-plus home runs 3 times or more in their 30s. 1 point for each, so I'll start typing mine.
You let me know when you're done typing, because I got 2 of them in my head, and I need 3. I need 1 more. Okay. Got to think of 1 more. Active, right?
Yeah.
Active. Okay. I got 2 for sure.
God, dude. I'm going to have to think of this.
I'm going to write mine down because I'm going to forget. This isn't easy.
No. This is where you might pull ahead because I'm trying to think.
Not easy. Easy peasy.
This is a tough one.
I just got to get that 3rd one, though. If I knew how to spell.
I'm going to really have to think about this.
I mean, the first ones that popped in my head were young guys, of course, Trout and Harper. And
That's what I thought. They're in their 20s.
Not 30. Not even close to 30.
Judge isn't 30.
Nope. I don't think anyone on the Yankees is 30.
Yeah, no shit. Gardner. But he's not hitting that many home runs in a year.
Gardner would be lucky to hit 10. Bald ass.
Fuck, man. This is...
It's tough. 2 immediately popped in my head. I'm struggling with the 3rd right now.
Are you thinking NL or AL with those?
Both right now are in the AL. Both started their careers in the NL, though.
That's not going to help me any. I don't watch enough baseball.
Exactly.
I'm
trying to... Damn, dude. I'm trying to think of a 3rd one right now, though. I got 2. Trying to think of a 3rd one. Once you're done typing 2 and you hear mine, if you happen to not have the same people, you'll know exactly why I picked these 2. You'll be like, duh.
I think I got 1. I can't spell for shit.
Yeah, spelling. As long as you know who it is, that'll be okay. Spelling is optional on the OTL Sports podcast. Spelling correctly
is optional.
Spelling correctly is optional.
Oh, God. I'm trying to think. I'm just running through my head on the teams, you know?
Yeah. Dude, I mean, there's a lot.
I just got another.
There's a lot of players.
I bet you it's the same 2 you thought of now that they're... I'm trying to think of old guys.
I know. That's the hard part. You got to think of people over 30. And I can't even think of someone who, like, just turned 30 like that young who was a bomb,
You know what? Who hit only 3 active hitters even hit 30-plus home runs 3 times or more in their 30s.
In their 30s, yes. Not like ever, just in their 30s. So you got to think of
Chuck
some
Knobloch.
You got to think of someone who's at least 33.
Right.
That's 3 times. So that's the thing. You got to get older folks, older fogies. I can't think of a third one, so I'm
good.
I got 2. Do you have 3?
I have 2.
Okay, who are your 2?
Miguel and Albert. Is that what you have?
Miguel and Albert. Those are the 2. That's it.
That's hysterical. No, it took me a minute because I'm like, who the hell? I'm trying to think of old guys.
The only 2 that could pop.
I'm going to say Judge just for a 30. He hasn't typed yet. Nope. Ooh, damn. Fuck, man.
Both wrong?
No, Miguel's wrong. Pujols is right. And the other 2 were Yankees at one point or currently Yankees. Granderson. And 7 times Edwin Encarnacion. And he got hot in his 30s.
Yeah, I forgot. He played for Cleveland. Old Ed Wing.
But
Granderson,
see,
I would have never. You could have given me 1,000 guesses, and Granderson wouldn't have been up there.
Man, I wouldn't have either.
Sorry, I would have never ever gotten Curtis Granderson. That's a good question.
And I love, because I love it that we don't know it, and it's like you have to think about it. Those were great. Both of those questions were.
Yeah, I bet Miggy's
great.
done 2 though after that.
And the first one, was easier. He starts off easy and gets harder as he goes. I like that.
So we're both at 10.
Are we?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so he said, that's all I have. Have a good rest of the show. And yes, the Buckeyes were awesome in the tournament. Glad you mentioned them last week. No wrestling trivia tonight. I apologize. We'll come up with some good ones next time. I'll wait until Bear is back, though. And I'll say he will be here next week.
Yes, tentatively.
We are recording Thursday. By the way, for the listeners out there, we are not recording sports until Thursday when Mr. Bear returns. Mr. Bear's your dad. When Bear returns on Thursday, so the episode will come out Friday at midnight. So you got to wait 24 additional hours. Wrestling's still scheduled for Sunday at noon.
Solid, as always.
As always. And so let's talk a little bit about, again, I love the trivia.
It was great.
Yeah, good stuff. So let's go into golf. Last week, what happened? Who won? Northern Trust.
I totally wasn't ready for this either.
I'm sorry. So I'll go into our stuff first.
You go. Yeah. Well, you do that, and whoever won.
You find out who won. I have no idea. Who won? That's a great question. Somebody surpassed my guy. John Rahm was winning, who I had. He finished 3rd. And you guys had Spieth and McIlroy. Both finished 6th. So the gap is still good. I've got a good commanding lead. I've got an 80-point lead on Brandon. Exactly. Well, the worst I can get this week, 70.
Patrick Reed won. That's who it was.
That's it. Worst I can get is 70 on a missed cut. And so, Brandon has a shot if his guy wins, and I finish 70th. This week I'm taking Dustin Johnson. And next week, I already told him just to give him a head just in case he comes. I said, I'm taking Koepka. I'm not changing it. Koepka might drop in the stand. I'm taking Koepka. I don't care if he drops down to 3rd or 4th, whatever. I don't even know what the standings are right now. I'm staying with Koepka.
Yeah, and that'll honestly be even bigger because that would be he would have to play to win more or less if he drops. I mean, he's already gonna have to play to win. You know what I mean? But he won't have that 10 under. Starting next week because this is top 70 this week. So, last week Patrick Reed won, jumped him all the way to 2 in the FedEx Cup standings.
Shit.
He is
might have to change my pick.
206 points behind Koepka. 206.
What's a win get? 1,500?
I think it's 500.
Or is it 5? Oh, it's still 500. That's
500,
right.
yeah. So
can anybody else pass Koepka?
Yeah, Rory has 310. Rory's only 310 behind.
I'm still taking Koepka. I don't care.
So, and I mean, Kuchar's 667, Rahm's 883, Cantlay's 1023, Xander's 1122. He missed the cut in the first one, which screwed my pick. But
how many is he back?
1122.
Xander, and he's in what place?
7th. He's in 7th right now.
So he'd start 3 under.
Yes, right now. Yes.
Fuck. I like Xander a lot.
So
I
do
hope
I.
he wins this week.
So do I. So this week they're playing at Medina Country Club. A very historic course. Two PGA majors have been here. Both PGA championships. Who is the winner in both of those?
And which ones?
PGA championships at Medina Country Club. There's only the PGA championship has been here twice in the last 20 years, and the same guy won it twice. Who was it?
Tiger
Woods in 1999 and in 2006. Hale Irwin won the 1990 U.S. Open. Gary Player won the U.S. Senior Open in 88. And then the U.S. Open, Kerry Middlecoff won in 1949. Lou Graham won in 75. Also, Europe beat the United States here in the Ryder Cup in 2012. Europeans know this course.
sounds like it.
So there's going to be, it's going to be a, I don't want to put it, it's going to be an interesting week. This is a tough course. I'm happy that they moved it here. This is the BMW. Before they played it, I think it like TPC Boston. This is always used to be the BMW, always on Labor Day. They moved it to Medina for this week or for this year. I don't know for how long, but this is a major championship course. They have 3 courses at Medina, and they play the longest one as the pros, 7,657 yards. This is, I mean, the other 2 courses they have, by the way, 62-10, 63 or 67-13. This is a long course. So it's going to be a bomber's paradise, man.
Brooks Koepka, Bomber's Delight.
It is. It's a tough course, though, so you still have to manage your way around it. You know, Tiger has great history here. His oblique he pulled out last week. He was in dead last, had an oblique injury. He says now it feels great. He has no issues. He can swing a club. All's fine. We'll see if he starts off shitty, but he has great course history here. It's not hard to pick against him this week, but it would be hard to pick against Tiger if I knew he was 100% healthy, in all honesty. I'm still not picking Tiger this week.
Well, Brandon picked Justin Thomas, so we can give that pick.
Who's 15th in the FedEx Cup, by the way, so not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad for Justin Thomas. He's been playing some good golf lately. I am going to take... Who did I take last week?
Spieth.
Took Spieth last week, right?
And Patrick Reed the week before, which was also in this month.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, isn't that funny? If you looked up how many times I picked someone and the next week they won, I bet it's at least 4 times in golf this year.
It might be.
Just throwing that out there.
You do have 2 wins, though.
Yes, I do.
You have a Koepka win and a Patrick Cantlay win. I have Mickelson, Tiger, and Rory. And Brandon has Koepka and Tiger.
I'm going for a third this week. So Fowler and Schauffele both got cut last week at the Northern Trust. Okay? I'm going with Ricky Fowler this week. Ricky Fowler will be top 10 for sure this week. He always shows up at big courses. I don't think he'll win, but I think he's going to be up there.
It's amazing to me that none of us took Xander this year.
I'm taking him next week because he is my pick to win the Tour. He was my pick to win the FedEx Cup, so that was my whole plan. I was going to pick him the last week and hope that he,
put him in for
played
you.
Well. So Xander is going to be my Tour Championship pick. I mean, unless he finishes dead last this week, he may drop out, but he's sitting 7th. He needs to be top 30. Right? I don't have any problems with that. Just guys, Tiger Woods is 38, so Tiger's got to play hard this week, man. I'm just saying.
How many points is he out of 30th?
Let's see. So 30th is at 1,100. Tiger is at 1,003, so 97 points.
And what do you get?
I don't know the exact.
I don't know how they do
pointage.
It. Yeah. But if he wins, he's in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spieth is 44th. He's got 960 points, so he's a little over 140, or he's 140
So
out.
he needs a win.
Mickelson, 46th. And Jason Day sitting 50th. Just some big names back there.
There are some big names. Holy shit.
And last year, I can't remember when they played. I'm sorry. I just said that. They didn't play this tournament. They did not play this course last year at this tournament. But Keegan Bradley won the BMW Championship last year. That was at TPC Boston, though. He's sitting in 66th. He needs a win, but that's not going to happen. This course is a lot different than TPC Boston is.
Right.
For sure. So it should be pretty fun. We'll see what Tiger can do. Get himself in the top 30 and play the Tour Championship next week. Well,
it'll be an interesting week, to say the least. I'm looking forward to – we won't see much of golf. I mean, we'll be checking on it, but, with what we've got going on this weekend, we are going to be super busy.
Yeah, very busy. We might get a little bit in, but Yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend for sure. So
So
I know we'll get NASCAR in.
right, and we're going to go into baseball. Okay. So did you see yesterday? I don't know if you saw this. This actually happened last night. Kyle Seager got a little help from his opponents for his third home run for the Mariners.
Yeah,
Playing the Tigers.
Yeah,
Bounced in the glove and put it right over the fence.
Terrible. That was like Jose Canseco. That's what
Yeah,
that
right off
reminded
his
me
head.
of, except they ran into each other.
Speaking of which, I'm just looking back in my stuff here. We're not going to cover NBA, so I don't know. Did you see this tweet with Shaq?
No.
It's his new yacht, right?
Jesus.
It says, "What should I name her? My new toy."
Shaktiana.
You'll love this response on Twitter. Free throw, so you won't ever sink it. That wins.
That is solid right there.
That is great.
Did you see him a couple weeks ago at the concert?
Oh God, yes.
Dude,
When he was mosh pitting with people.
If I saw Shaq anywhere near a mosh pit, I'd shit myself.
No,
Absolutely shit myself.
Absolutely, I am totally with you there. There's a few things. I've got so many things here that I wanted to cover, but I'm only going to cover some of the sports that pertains to this because we're getting into baseball. Because I screenshot stuff throughout the week as it comes through, that I want to talk about. Mm-hmm. One of the things that is very important, we're going to bring it. It is non-sports related, but guess what is back?
Four Locos.
The wait is over for spicy chicken nuggets from Wendy's.
That too, but Four Locos are back also. Just throwing that out there.
I didn't know they were gone.
Well, not the good stuff. Now they have like sour Four Locos.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's odd. But yes, I did see that, and it came out Monday actually, and I did not get them. I was very disappointed in myself.
It's not on my diet.
I got KFC instead.
That's also a good choice.
Ooh, how are you going to deal with your diet this weekend?
Vodka. Well, see, here's the good thing.
And salads?
So it's Whole30, right? Well, I can eat the shit out of chicken, meat, any kind of meat I want, and I just got to have veggies. Can't do...
Bet you can.
Yeah, thank you. Can't have any, grains or chips, any shit like that. So tomorrow, when you see me, I might have a cooler with me that's filled with fruit, like bananas and grapes and shit, because I got to eat it anyway or it's going to go bad. Nerd. Those Lara bars that Shiv talked about, those are good. Those are actually really nice, and they taste actually good. I don't know. We'll see. I'll drink some vodka. But the thing with this is it's Whole30, so 30 days. However, he and I started that on the 29th, so I had 3 days extra to start. So I had 34 days for August, and that ended July. Well, I already used one in the pod day, but
yeah,
it all came back up, so I really don't count that as a cheat day.
That was a good binge and purge.
So, yeah, exactly. So I still got 4 days. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, if I go this could be a cheat weekend, but I'm going to still try to take it easy. I'll drink some liquor, but I'm going to still try to hold true to the diet. I'll binge here and there, but I'm doing pretty well with it. I mean, like I was telling you, down to 209, which is my freshman high school weight. When I started, I was at almost 220, and which was my senior in high school, I was about 220. But I mean, in May, I was 235, almost 240, and down to 209 is just insane. And I don't notice it because I see yourself all the time. You might, I don't know if you notice it or not because you see me enough. But
no, if Brandon was down to that, then I would notice it.
Yeah, exactly. And then others though, like when I know that people notice it, I go get my teeth cleaned, and my dental hygienist is like, "You've lost some weight." And I'm like, "Yes, you are correct." And sometimes I fuck with people. I'm like, "No, I've actually gained 20 pounds."
That's what you should always tell them.
Just so I just screw with people.
I'm trying to get up to 209.
Are you?
Dad bod year.
Dad bod year. I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, so at the end of this, I'll go back to normal. At the end of August, September, I'll get back into. I got to reintroduce foods. I'm missing the most right now is tacos, man.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Taco salad you can still have. You got to be easy with it. But what I've been doing, so I get chicken, chicken breast shredded up. You get the shredded chicken. I've been dumping taco seasoning in it, cooking it, and then just putting some salsa on it that's approved. It's so damn good, dude.
Yeah, I had tacos yesterday. They were amazing.
Oh God, I miss them.
Really good.
It'll be good. So let's go into baseball. So again, the Yankees won again today over the Baltimore Orioles. I don't know if they hit any home runs. Yes, they hit another one. So that's, I think, 56 or 57 home runs. So can you guess in 19 games what the Yankees' record was against Baltimore this year?
16-3.
17-2. Mm-hmm. Gleyber Torres, as of, I think, yesterday or 2 days ago, he played 16 of the games against Baltimore, and he had 13 home runs.
Jesus.
Absolutely insane. He played today. He was 1 for 4. But they are just, dude. And here was their lineup today: Gardner, Judge, Urshela, Gregorius, Sanchez, Torres, Tachman, Ford, Estrada. So they're LeMahieu, their best hitter right now, I think he's up there and leading, almost close to leading the league.
Yeah.
In hitting. I'm going to pull up the stats right now. We're looking at this because we never really cover single players. So LeMahieu, yes, is leading the AL in batting average with a .337 average.
Nice.
Rafael Devers of Boston is second at .325.
Yeah, he's on fire right now.
Brantley, .323 from Houston.
Indians just found out the hard way.
Hanser Alberto from Baltimore, .320 from Baltimore, the shitty team that can't win. And J.D. Martinez at .312 is fifth. Okay. That's hard to believe because, career hitting, this just tells you how much of a pitcher's league it is now. How many guys in the AL are above 300 average?
12.
11.
Okay.
Springer's right there at 299, though. In the NL, how many are above? I'm going to guess 17.
See, I would guess less. Oh, no, I'm going to guess 12, too.
11. Again.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's not many, when you get... So that
better
tells
pitchers
you,
in the NL.
Right. So it's both 11 in the NL and AL. So that tells you, some of these guys, their career batting average is not going to be as high as other guys in the Hall of Fame, but some of these guys might get in the Hall at 270, 260, 280, just because of that.
Yeah, they will.
Can you tell me who is the NL batting leader right now?
Arenado.
No. Not even in... He is 11th, actually. 302. By the way, 3 Colorado Rockies are in the top 11.
Oh, yeah. They play in the easiest ballpark in ever.
Baseball. Yeah, no shit.
Shit.
You might not even know who this guy is.
Probably not.
Brian Reynolds.
Nope. No
Can you guess his team?
The Braves.
The Pirates.
Yep.
Christian Yelich.
Worst team in the NL.
Jeff
Second worst team in the
McNeil.
NL.
Charlie Blackmon. Fernando Tatis Jr.
Padres.
Anthony Rendon. Cody Bellinger, who is probably going to be him or Yelich will probably be the NL MVP. I don't know who the AL MVP will be. Who's leading the league in home runs on either side right now, and how many?
How many is the question? 44? 35.
Nope, in between.
38.
39 in both leagues. 3 guys have 39 between both leagues.
Pete Alonso, one of them?
38 for him.
38. I don't know. I know one of them I probably definitely don't know.
Yelich.
Okay.
Bellinger.
Okay. I should have guessed Bellinger.
And then go to the AL.
No one from the Yankees, would it be?
No. Yankees have one guy in the top 5, and it's Edwin, who wasn't even there, and he's hurt.
I'm not sure.
See, the next guy for the Yankees is 10th, and that's Glaber and Sanchez, and they both have 26.
I'm drawing a blank.
And 25.
Cruz.
Trout.
Oh, duh.
Trout is the man.
Cruz is probably up there too, isn't
he? Let me see here. Nelson Cruz, 32.
Yeah.
Jorge Soler, 35.
Jorge Soler. Yeah.
Max Kepler.
Twins.
32.
That's why the Twins are doing so well this year.
Ronald Acuna Jr., 34. Eugenio Suarez for Cincinnati.
Reds.
Hey, what about that guy for Cincinnati that hit, 7 home runs in his first 10 games? They just got one of those guys. I can't think of his damn name, but I'm like, holy shit, that guy's not playing around.
No, not at all. I didn't see that, though. I haven't watched a lot of baseball in the last few days.
So, Yankees are now 10 games up on Tampa, 17.5 up on Boston. And the Yankees actually are 2.5 up on Houston for best record in the American League. And they are half a game ahead of the Dodgers in all of baseball.
Yeah.
So the big thing here...
And that's just because they've played today, and I don't know if the Dodgers have or haven't.
The Dodgers are up 4-0.
Yeah, so they'll be tied.
They'll be tied again. So they're on a collision course for hopefully what I have predicted, Yankees over Dodgers in 6. I hope that's correct. It's not often, though, you see 1 versus 1. in baseball.
Nope.
But so it'll be interesting. And if you go to the Central in the AL, the Twins are a half a game ahead of the Indians.
For now. Actually, I don't know if they play tonight or not.
Which team?
Twins. The Indians already lost today.
Ooh, that's they lose to Boston, didn't they?
Yeah.
Twinning.
Yeah, the Twins don't play till tomorrow.
They lost today, 6-5.
Was that today or was that yesterday?
I think it was today.
I don't want to click on it. I'm too lazy.
Yeah, no, it's okay. All right, so
Yeah, it was today.
out west, Houston's 9.5 up on Oakland. Boring. And then in the NL, the Braves are 5.5 up on the Nationals, and now the Mets have finally lost 2 in a row. In the Central, the Cubs are 1 game up on St. Louis, 2 games up on the Brewers, 8 up on the Reds, and then out west, Dodgers are 19 games up on the D-backs.
Just running away with it there.
They and their still playoff percentage is 0 currently because they don't have it yet. Wild card standings. Let's go to that real quick. So the Indians and Devil Rays are in right now with the Oakland A's 2 games out. That's what it's going to come down to, those 3 teams.
And the Twins.
And the Twins. Yeah, you can count the Twins in there. If you go to the NL, a lot closer race. The Nationals and Cardinals are currently in, and then the Brewers are 1 game out. Phillies and Mets are 2 out. Diamondbacks are 3 out. Giants are 4 out. The Reds are even 7 out only. And the Padres are 7.5 out.
Yeah.
But the Reds, they've lost 4 in a row. They had a chance, man. They were coming back. They were there, and they've lost 4 in a row.
And the Cardinals and Nationals have both won 4 in a row.
And that hurts.
Yeah.
That hurts any team.
Yep. It's 3. I mean, they would have been 3 games out of the wild card. So, but there's still another month and a half of baseball to play, end of September. So, a lot of ball left.
A month and a half of baseball. So, we have, what do we got? NFC West?
NFC West.
NFC West, because it's NFC week. So before we go into the NFC West, let's go back and thank Wes Anderson for Moments of Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter, @SongsByWes. Thank you to All Wear Clothing, the first and primary sponsor of Over the Line Sports Podcast, Crandall's Quality Lawn Care, Tim at Verizon, Cassandra at PNC, and Steve at Savage & Associates. Thank you all. We appreciate what you're doing. A few other things in football. Did you see that guy in the preseason game for the Browns? This guy here ran back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just a little bit about this guy. So what is it? Damon Sheehy Giuseppe, straight out of a movie, his story. Sleeping outside in April, talked his way into a Cleveland Browns workout, scored an 86-yard touchdown in a preseason game. He was a walk-on turn NJCAA All-American returner at Phoenix College, dropped out to pursue FBS offers, but was eventually left without college options. Trained for 2 years in hopes of making the NFL. In April, Damon was sleeping outside of a Miami gym and talked his way into a Browns workout. How insane is that? And then Thursday night, he scored his first ever touchdown.
Keep going. Keep grinding. Don't just have that one touchdown. Keep grinding. Make the team. One touchdown ain't shit.
I know
it's a good story.
It is great.
You can't,
and it's preseason, but I hope that it works out.
Yeah, not all hype here. Let's make sure that we just keep grinding on that. That's all.
In UFC, real quick, because this came across my phone, is it Francis Ngannou?
Yeah,
he is going to be in Fast and Furious 9.
Jesus,
along with John Cena and everybody else.
Yeah, they're turning into like the Expendables with all the people they have.
Right. Let's see. Let's go back to some football stuff. We already talked about him, Damon. We don't have hockey on here, but we can quickly mention that Ben Storm retired from the Toledo Walleye. Your boy Stormy.
It's too bad. Too bad for them. He's young too, so I'm surprised he retired. But hey, man.
All right.
thing.
So this was on Monday, I believe. 16 years ago, the legend of video game Michael Vick was born.
Mm-hmm. Yep, one of the best Maddens ever, 04.
Yep, unreal. He was fun to watch. So there's a few things I want to talk about. We do have NCAA. We're doing Pac-12 this week, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So a few things with NFL. Let's talk real quick about mapping. I saw this thing, mapping the NFL's first 100 years. In their first 10 years, how many teams failed in their first 10 years and had to drop out?
15.
46.
15 times 3. +1. 46. Got it.
All right. Obviously, the league's an empire. The merger was watershed moment. And then how much now are the Cowboys worth?
I just saw this. 4.3 billion.
$5 billion.
$5 billion.
So there's a few things I want to talk about before we get in the NFC West. Besides that, can you tell us about this Antonio Brown helmet thing?
He's a baby.
He wanted to wear his old helmet that he's worn for 10 years.
Tried to paint the Raiders logo on his Pittsburgh Steelers helmet. That's, yeah.
Because he liked that helmet because that's what he's worn for years, but now it's no longer approved, it's no longer made, can't wear it. And the arbitrator ruled against him. So he said he wasn't going to play, and then after the arbitrator ruled against him, he was good. So whatever. You said he was a baby. I can agree to that.
He is. He's a big baby.
All right. And then how about the NFL and Rock Nation, Jay-Z's Rock Nation, coming to a deal? So he wants to help with their music and entertainment, kind of getting people into the Super Bowl, doing the halftime show and other like music to play during the season. Do you think that's good for the NFL?
Yeah, I think it's a good partnership. I mean, you can't go wrong partnering with Jay-Z. You really can't. So
smart guy. What is it? Him, Diddy, Dre, all those rappers,
Yeah.
Well, the things that, Dre got into the Beats by Dre and then sold to Apple. Yep. And then Jay-Z with Rock Nation and what he's doing with that because he's agent for a lot of isn't Cano one of his clients?
Yeah,
Rock
he's
Nation?
got a
several.
lot of guys in Rock Nation, and he also I think he has his own music streaming service too. So
he might.
They got a lot of money.
A lot of guys. So what's your it's good for the NFL, I agree. It'll be good for music to get out there. I think you're going to get more music out there that people like to listen to nowadays because he understands people and the young generations that are coming in.
Probably just play Jay-Z on repeat is what it's going to be.
Yeah, no shit.
That's it.
I agree. All right.
All hove.
Last thing. This has nothing to do with the NFL, but I laughed too hard at this. I don't know if you saw this. There's that Facebook that's Black Adam Schefter. Mm-hmm. You ever see that?
Yep.
It says the WNBA will levy a $12.50 fine to each of its players.
Yeah, Brittany Griner, the man running at someone, and that other chick was gone. She
right.
was ran out of the arena.
Oh, it was fantastic. But anyway,
All 12 fans in the stands got a piece of that.
Yeah, they did. NFC West. We got to cover the NFC West. Are you ready?
This is going to be an interesting division. I mean, there's so much. What's Seattle going to do? The Rams are good. Arizona has a crappy team, but you got Kyler Murray. What's Kyler Murray going to do? And then you got who's the other goddamn team in that division? I can't think of right now.
San Fran.
The 49ers with Garoppolo coming back with a good team.
Right.
It's going to be a weird division. I would guess that they're all probably going to be, somewhere in between the 10-6 and 7-9 range, I think.
All of them?
All of them.
Really? So you're going to want to write this down because I'm going to disagree. But that's okay because we don't know what's going to happen. But I'm going to go with the Rams. You just tell me when you're ready.
Not ready. Not ready. Not ready! Gray. Bear. Lines. All right, go ahead.
Seattle. Or not Seattle. L.A. Rams winning that division at 12-4.
12-4.
Seattle coming in second, 10-6.
10-6.
San Fran, man, that's a tough one. But they got to play the Rams in Seattle twice. Give me them at 7-9.
7-9.
And then Arizona, because it's a big asterisk, and I don't know. Give me them at 5-11.
5-11. I mean, like I said, this is probably the hardest division in football to read. Like
right.
Everyone else, you got people there, you understand. It's going to be a weird year. The Rams are going to regress, I think. So I have the Rams still winning the division, regressing record-wise. Rams 10-6.
Okay.
Seattle second, 9-7. San Francisco tied for second, but loses a tiebreaker because they lose to Seattle, 9-7. And then I have Arizona at 7-9.
Okay.
I think Kyler Murray is going to be more of a more of a threat than people think. If he gets injured, they're done because their team's bad, but they have a young talent, and they have the ability. They certainly have the ability to win games. Larry Fitzgerald is still a leader, will be that
Agreed.
leader in the locker room.
David Johnson's good for them.
I think that they're, like I said, they're not going to be that good, but they're going to upset teams this year. I know that. I know that for a fact. So it'll be the NFC West, like you said, is going to, I mean, same thing with Seattle, man. They don't have the greatest, but with Pete Carroll, I mean, Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson, that's like 7 wins guaranteed right there. So,
I agree.
The problem is that, what do you think DK Metcalf's going to do?
For Seattle, we don't know. Has he figured out how to run a route? He's going to be that deep threat anyway.
Well, who gives a shit? Why don't you just let Russell Wilson throw it up to him in the end zone
That's
where they
right.
struggle and just let him have 13 touchdowns?
Exactly.
He's going to have like those stats where the tight ends have 3 catches for 5 yards and 3 touchdowns because it's all right in the 5-yard line. That could be Metcalf.
He could line up as a tight end. You never know. Or inside. We'll see. It'll be interesting. So, it'll be interesting to see the NFC West. Looking forward to that. What about you?
I mean, I'd never look forward to that. I hope they all finish like shit. The Rams beat Dallas in the playoffs last year, and they're in the NFC. So, fuck them. That's what I say. But it'll be interesting because, I mean, Gurley is not 100%. Goff is, I know that with McVay, he's good, man, but he still shows signs of just not great. Not great at all. So, it's going to be a toss-up kind of year. I think that's going to be a tight division this year. I really do. Tighter than most people think. Same thing with San Francisco. You get Garoppolo in there. I mean, he could have a spectacular year. They have young wide receivers, good defense. So who knows? It's such a toss-up. Such a toss-up.
It will be, and I agree with you there. But I'm still going with the Rams. I think they win it by 2 games, and I think they're all going to be separated pretty much by 2 games. What did I have? 12-4, 10-6. 7-9, 5-11. So I got them all separated by 2 games. But we'll see in time. So go to the NCAA, Pac-12. I don't want to cover this too much because the Pac-12 is just boring. I hate the Pac-12. But I have so I think Washington and Oregon are kind of going to be at the top. Washington State's going to fall in later. I think Oregon and Washington are going to be close within a game. But give me Washington in the North Division. In the South, Utah's going to run away with it. I think they're going to win by a couple games. So give me Washington and Utah in the Pac-12 championship. Give me Washington again. Make it easy.
I like Oregon this year. I think that Oregon is going to beat out Washington and be top in the North. I think in the South, Utah will be up there. USC will be second, UCLA third, but I don't think there'll be much. Not a lot of those teams are good.
Right.
Utah's the best team in the South. So I think it'll be Oregon versus Utah. I think Oregon beats Utah. I think Justin Herbert shows why he'll be the number 1 quarterback next year.
He will be.
I think he's going to have a pretty damn good year because I think he struggled down the stretch last year, if I remember. Or he had a spot where he struggled. That's why he came back. So I think Oregon wins the Pac-12 this year. None of these teams will be in a playoff spot, so they'll be in the Rose Bowl against a Big Ten team. And
everybody thinks it's going to be Ohio State because they think Michigan's going to the playoff.
Yeah, something like that.
I still don't get it.
If Ohio State had to play Oregon, I would be worried. This Oregon, just in the Rose Bowl. Just saying.
Now, is it Oregon or Oregon? Isn't Oregon the city in Ohio?
Origin.
I like that.
Origin. Yeah. Is it caramel or caramel? Caribbean or Caribbean? Peanut butter or jelly?
Lamb or tuna fish?
Yes, goes good together like lamb and tuna fish.
You prefer spaghetti and meatball?
God, we should have picked that movie instead.
It's so good. Big Daddy.
Such a classic.
It is a classic. Is it one of your favorites?
Yes. Those Adam Sandler movies were good. Very good. I mean, what was that, mid-90s? Pretty much mid-90s when he made all those. Early to mid. You can't pick a bad Adam Sandler movie in that time frame. And even not sports ones. Wedding Singer was amazing. That movie was great.
Wedding Singer was great.
Fantastic movie. So that...
It was fantastic.
That goes right into... Happy Gilmore.
I got to look at that. I just saw a NASCAR thing come up, and I was starting to put in a lineup. Oh, gosh. My bad. Happy Gilmore is the discussion.
I love it. Such a good movie.
Best part of that movie. What's your favorite part?
All. I mean, the whole my favorite part has to be when because it's one of the smoothest lines ever when he takes what's her face Virginia, that's her name, right?
Yeah, the
Virginia
chick from Modern Family.
By the way, if you've ever noticed, all of like Adam Sandler's girlfriends and whatnot, VV initials. Virginia Bennett, Vicky Valancourt,
Veronica
Vaughn.
I never noticed that.
Yeah, pretty weird, right? I didn't even look that up. I've just had that little piece of knowledge in my head my entire life because I'm a loser. But anyways,
I'll be damned.
When he takes her to the hockey rink,
I love that.
And they're shooting. He goes, "All right, if you make this, I will never talk to you again. But if you miss, you have to lay a big fat kiss on me," or something along those lines. And she makes it. It was, talk about the ultimate backfire.
Yeah.
Great.
Talk about your all-time backfires.
And her fantastic line, I didn't see it go in. Also, probably maybe the best line from that movie, besides the Price is Wrong bitch, is, "I don't date golfers." Well, good. I'm not a golfer. I'm a hockey player. Fantastic.
Oh, gosh. I want to hear Nick use that this weekend. Or somebody.
Oh, God. I'm sure he probably will, but I don't think he swips.
Did you like that? Stay off Grinder. Oh, I'm on this one that's like that, but it's this. And then what did I tell him? Butter.
Yeah, Jesus. Butter.
Happy Gilmore. Such a great classic movie. You got Apollo Creed playing Chubbs.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, gosh.
Now I think about it. You're right.
Oh, so great. Bob Barker, of course, makes his cameo. And one of my favorite memes ever comes from this. Here's the greatest golfer in the world and Tiger Woods. It's Shooter McGavin. It is one of my favorite memes of all time. He played that character to a T. He was so good as the villain.
Shooter was fantastic, especially when he goes talking to Grandma. Such a great, use a wrestling term, heel move, but such a great villain in that movie. 100%, you're right. Absolutely hilarious. When he's sitting there talking about his, talking about what he's going to do with the house.
Yeah.
Or I take the house, burn it down, and piss on the ashes.
Dude, Happy Gilmore only has a 61% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
I see that. But it got
stupid.
7 out of 10 on IMDb. Come on. This movie was so great.
Judd Apatow was one of the people that wrote the screenplay with Adam Sandler.
The start of the movie too. When they're hitting balls and he's for just for money when he want to watch a hockey game and the movers are moving all his shit out. Oh, you just hit that guy!
You just hit that guy!
And it hits the lady.
You shouldn't have been standing there.
Classic. Or when they're in there with Doug, kick him off the tour. I can't. He generates all this money.
Yeah, but Julie Bowen is who played Virginia Bennett. Mm-hmm. Of course, Christopher McDonald was Shooter McGavin, Carl Weathers, or Apollo Creed, as we call him, Chubbs Peterson. How about Mr. Larson? I believe that's Mr. Gilmore's. When Shooter runs off with the jacket, what is it? Guns don't kill people, I kill people.
Yes.
And it kind of goes back to that golf outing that we had this past year for Anthony Wayne's Spirit of Giving that was put on by Andy and his family. They've been, 24th year this year?
Yep.
I believe. Yep. And 25th next year, so it's going to be big. I hope we all partake in it again. That'll be a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun that day. We did pretty well. We were 10 under, 9 under, something like that. I think we finished 4th.
Yeah.
Is what I figured out.
Yeah.
4th. We had a good day. We missed some putts. We missed some shots, but we did very well overall, and it was a fun time. Andy, he was Happy Gilmore with his Subway shirt on and the cutoff the
cut off
the plaid.
plaid. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
you're
what I was
welcome.
looking for.
And then I think his brother was the Guns Don't Kill People, I Kill People, Mr. Larson. One was the caddy,
Yeah.
which was great. That
Yep.
was probably my favorite one.
I think the putt's going to break to the left. That's just because you're wearing one
Just
shoe.
because you're wearing one shoe. Oh, you're right. So the director, did you know this? So the director in the movie, he was Doug Thompson, the head of the PGA. Did you know that was the director?
I did not know that.
I did not either until I just saw that. That's amazing. And this movie's what, 23 years old now? Yeah.
Yeah. I had
Unbelievable.
No idea. That's awesome.
In the box office, are you looking at the stuff?
Yeah.
So box office only brought in $41 million. Cult classic now.
And
But a $12 million budget,
$12
not
million
bad.
budget. I mean, you're on a golf course pretty much the entire time, and you get a hockey. I mean, that budget was probably like $100,000 shooting in like places, and the rest of it was probably for the cast.
Yeah, don't look at it. Look at me. I want to see if you get this right. What is the name of his caddy? Oh, that's a good trivia question.
Oh, man.
I did not know this.
I don't even know if he ever says it that I can think of, because he's just a homeless guy that was washing his window, and he has a name.
Yeah, I don't think they ever said his name either.
I don't. What does it start with?
O.
Owen.
Otto.
Otto. Yeah.
OTTO.
Now I'm gonna have to rewatch it again and see.
See if they say it.
Yeah. See if they have Otto in
Do
there.
you know the unruly fan hired by Shooter to heckle Happy?
No.
Donald.
Yep. Also, which I forgot too, the when he's suspended and he has the Subway commercial. That was like the cheesiest, best Subway commercial ever. Talk about a hole in one. Lee Trevino's in the movie.
Ben Stiller is Hal L, and it's uncredited.
You will go to sleep, or
Or
I will put you to sleep. You're in my world now, Grandma.
My fingers hurt.
Classic.
What was that? My fingers hurt.
Well, now your back's gonna hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty.
Anybody else fingers hurt?
Didn't think so.
Oh, gosh, it's so great.
Classic Vern Lundquist is in that. One of the best announcers ever.
Oh, it's so great. And then don't forget Kevin Nielsen played Gary
I
Potter.
was just gonna say. I was just reading that when he's go with the flow,
Go with the flow. Just tap it in.
and he goes, "This guy's psycho."
This guy's a psycho. And then, of course, the classic Frances Bay was Grandma Gilmore. Just so awesome. I mean, it's
Who
such
loved Kiss, by the way.
She loved Kid. You're absolutely right. Where would you rank that on Adam Sandler's movies for yourself?
For myself, Adam Sandler movie rank 3.
Really?
Behind
Okay.
1, Billy Madison will always be my favorite.
It's a classic.
Love Billy Madison. And oddly enough, not one of his sports movies.
Wedding Singer?
No, Funny People. I thought Funny People
Yeah, that
was a
was
great movie. Just a really good movie.
My kid would say Hotel Transylvania, 1, 2, and 3.
And then Happy Gilmore third. Absolutely.
Grown Ups isn't bad. You know, I don't mind Grown Ups.
The second one was terrible. First
Yeah.
one was good, though.
And I'll pronounce you Chuck and Larry was hilarious.
It's a good one. Yep. Definitely there.
Big Daddy is in the top 3 for me. I like Big Daddy.
Little Nicky was shit, so I wasn't a fan of that one.
Waterboy was good, but not up there. Gilmore's probably honestly 1 for me, and then probably Billy Madison's so good. And I liked Anger Management a lot
Anger Management was good, too.
with him and Jack Nicholson. Or Jack Nicholson.
Nicholas.
Jack Nicholson. Is he a golf? Doesn't he just play golf? He's in movies too?
How about Happy Gilmore as a golf movie? Where do you rank that?
Man, there's so many good golf movies. Like, I like Caddyshack. I like Tin Cup. I mean, it's because I like it. I watch it more than any of the others. It's probably 1. Caddyshack's right there, too. Yeah. Tin Cup is good. You know, people don't give Tin Cup a lot of credit. You know, I don't really watch, like, Legend of Bagger Vance, I could give a shit.
I thought that was a good movie.
But it was a good movie. But it just, because it wasn't as popular and because I'm more into comedy when I was younger.
Right.
You know, the Happy Gilmore and just Caddyshack's a classic.
Caddyshack will always be 1 for me. I mean, definitely the best golf movie, but one of my favorite movies ever.
Bill Murray is just.
I mean, him and Chevy Chase, and they hate each other, and that's the crazy part. They hated each other at that time because they were both on SNL.
So who's that? Oh, Chevy Chase and Bill Murray?
Yeah. And they hated each other, but they did so well. And a lot of that was ad-libbed, too. If you ever watch, like on AMC, where they have, like, tidbits and stuff, a lot of that stuff is ad-libbed between those two, and they just changed their lines, and the director loved it, so they just go with it.
What about the greatest game ever played?
Nah, not a fan. Didn't think it was that great. No, it's Caddyshack 1, Happy Gilmore 2, Tin Cup 3.
Greatest game ever played, was good. I read like a book about that, about the golfer there.
That was Shia LaBeouf, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The movie was okay.
I wasn't a fan of it, to be honest.
But it talks about the 18-hole playoff and the greatest game ever played for this young man. So pretty interesting. Happy Gilmore, of course, is up there for a lot of people. Tin Cup, is great. Kevin Costner. That also, I think that came out in August of 96, and February of 96 was Gilmore. A lot of people don't realize. Some people think Tin Cup came out before that, like well before it. It did not.
No, that was, I would have said mid-90s. I wouldn't have guessed 96. I would have said more like 94, but.
Yeah, a little before Happy Gilmore. But 1980 is when Caddyshack came out.
Yep.
40 years old next year.
Such a good movie.
About the time that we're going to be recording episode 200. And I'm going to figure that out because I do want to figure out when episode 200 is going to be. So I'll look that up after we cut this episode, check it out, and see.
I'd watch that. There's not many movies I know. I mean, I know a good amount, but I know like 3 movies line for line, and Caddyshack's one of them.
Really?
Yes. Can you guess the other 2? Completely opposite 2. All these movies are literally, they're all
Dumb and Dumber.
All opposite. No, I can't. I've seen it a lot, but I couldn't quote it word for word. Caddyshack, I could. In my sleep.
Are they sports movies?
Nope, neither of them are. That's why I said they're all, and each one of them is different. So Caddyshack is a comedy sports movie.
Okay.
The other one, which is probably my favorite movie ever, is more of a drama. Drama, really, I guess you'd call
Heat.
it. No, great movie though. And then the third one is more of a thriller.
Okay. Give me around the years of these movies.
I can tell you when both of them were made. My favorite, which I'm guess would have been 96, and that's the drama.
The Rock.
Era. Nope.
Damn.
And the other one was 06.
96. So 96 was the drama?
96 was the drama. 06 was the thriller.
Interesting. And he
06 or
was a
07.
damn good guess for that.
He was 95, yeah.
Damn. Who's it? Give me an actor.
Bill Paxton.
Twister?
Yep. Word for word. Word for fucking word.
That's your favorite movie?
Yeah, I love Twister.
So Shawshank's probably my favorite. 2 I really like a lot. Shawshank Redemption. I love all the Batman, so those don't count. Fast and Furious. They're not like my favorite movies, but I'll go see them all. Anything with Statham I love, even though some of them are just bad, but I just like Statham as an actor. But Shawshank Redemption is up there, and I don't know if you've ever seen this, but Gone Baby Gone.
Nope. I've seen Gone in 60 Seconds.
Ben Affleck actually wrote Gone Baby Gone. Very good movie, and his brother is the star. It's a lot about morals and things like that, and he's a cop, and they're trying to find a missing girl.
Okay.
Pretty good movie.
Yeah, that I have 3.
Okay.
And this one isn't the one. Well, Twister, obviously.
You said 06. Give me the actor on that 06, 07.
Well, hold on a second. I'm going to tell you my 3 movies tied for 1, and one of them isn't one I can repeat, but Pulp Fiction.
Oh,
absolutely.
Of course.
But the third one, 06, 07, probably would give it away. So I'm going to give you the director instead.
Oh, God, that won't help.
No, I bullshit. Martin Scorsese.
I almost said Gangs in New York. That's not it. That's one of my favorites, so that was a 1.
Well, that same head actor is in the movie that I'm talking about.
Oh, God. Hold on. I kept wanting to say As Good as It Gets. It's not it, because that's Jack Nicholson.
Jack's in it, too.
God.
Matt Damon's in it.
I know.
Mark Wahlberg's in it.
Stop. Alec Baldwin.
Martin Sheen's in it.
Martin
You can see it, too. That makes it even better.
Yes. because you can think of any Whitey Bulgers who Jack Nicholson was based on for that movie. I was just thinking of the name, and then you even got the songs. I can think of the song.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yep. It's based out of Boston.
I know. That's another good movie, by the way, is The Town. I love that movie.
I haven't seen that one. I'll have to look.
Really?
Yeah,
That's another Ben Affleck movie with him and Jeremy Renner. And holy shit.
I like Jeremy. Jeremy Renner.
The Departed.
Underrated.
God
there
damn.
you go. You got it.
It
Yes.
finally clicked.
Yes,
Because I'm
The
telling you,
Departed.
like, this is based on Whitey Bulger. Dropkick Murphys had the song. I'm like, it doesn't click. But yeah, Departed's such a great movie.
Yep. That would be my other one.
I love that as well. I forget about movies if I don't see them. Gone Baby Gone is very good. Ben Affleck directed. The Town, another Ben Affleck movie directed. Like, the dude is a phenomenal director. That's why I was pissed off that he decided not to direct Batman. But I'm okay with what's going on now. Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson, we'll see what happens. I'm going to let it go. People are going to shit on it, but that's why I got pissed off about, and I'm going to reference Batman again. Justice League or Batman vs. Superman could have been really good. And for people that understand what they were trying to do with it, like, you don't read comics, so you don't get it. And I read some, but I understood what they were doing because I know the DC characters. You don't know them. So you're like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, and that was tough for people.
It still wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
And here was my problem. It was dark, and people got pissed off. So then they went light for Justice League. And it's like,
I didn't see that,
people were pissy about Batman 1989 with Keaton and Nicholson as dark.
That was amazing.
And then look what the fuck happened. We get George Clooney in nipple batsuit and that bullshit.
Val Kilmer.
Right. And
at least they revived it with The Dark Knight.
Right. And they did well. Excuse me. And then now, I think the movie, I was happy to see Hobbs and Shaw. I liked it. I don't know if you've seen it yet. I thought it was pretty solid.
I need to see that and Tarantino's One Night in Vegas or whatever the hell it's called.
What's that? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Hollywood. That's
yeah. That'll be good. And then I've heard it's good because they're tying in kind of Charles Manson. And then Sharon Tate is played by, Margot Robbie.
Yummy.
And so the movie I'm most excited for and have been for a year is not just because it's tied to Batman, but it's Joker, because it's a one-off. It has nothing to do. It's an original story, so that might piss off some of the comic book people. I don't give a shit because I like original stories. Comics now are original stories.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, Joaquin Phoenix is going to kill it. They are, like, it's at the Toronto Film Festival. It's the first comic book type character at that film festival. He's getting an award for it already. They're saying he might get nominated for Best Actor for the Academy Award because it's more, yes, it's about the Joker, but it's about him and his mental health and how it's progressed and made him into what he is now, which is insane and incredible. And it says it is very dark. It is rated R, so he's going to kill some people.
Yep.
And I'm excited because he's one of the greatest actors out there.
Yeah, Joaquin, I mean, he's underrated.
Oh my God.
Joaquin Phoenix is extremely underrated.
Like, he sang all his shit as Johnny Cash. Mm-hmm. He sang his shit. Like, we talked about this a little bit last week, and I'm excited. That comes out October 4th. I know a lot of us are going to see it that Thursday night, and I'm excited. That's probably the movie I'm looking most forward to, not just because of that, but I like that it's rated R. I like that it's going to be its own thing. I like that we're not going to see Batman. We're going to see Bruce Wayne as a kid, and his dad is in it, Thomas Wayne. And that was supposed to be Alec Baldwin, but he dropped out because of scheduling. And I'm hoping, and here's how I hope it ends, and I hope I predict this. I hope it ends with, he's the Joker, he's whatever, and then they don't show you anything, but they show Thomas Wayne and Martha Wayne and little Bruce walking out of the movie theater, and then it just cuts. Or that you see Joker there, it comes from perspective, whatever. It doesn't show him necessarily kill the parents, because in the comics, Joe Chill kills him, No Name kills him, and then in 1989 Batman, Joker killed him. So in this, go back to that, have them kill him, I'd be okay, and just end it before he even does it. And it's like, what's going to happen.
Yeah.
For most people. I'd be content with that. Do you think his name in the movie is Arthur Fleck? So if you get rid of you use his initial, it's A. Fleck. Do you think they're trying to kind of credit Affleck and some of the other Batmans in there? Because they're throwing some homage all over the place. I think one of them's like Nicholson Boulevard or Keaton Boulevard or something that they're trying to pay homage to a lot of the...
It sounds like it then.
Yeah, and the director of that, do you know who's directing that?
No.
Or who directed it? Todd Phillips, who directed The Hangover. He's known for comedies.
Interesting.
But it should be good.
All right. Well, we'll see what he can do.
So, anyway, anything. I got some more of the screenshot information, and we'll get some statistics on other things going on. And the reason we brought up Batman is because I showed you the new picture that came out today with him, and I sent it to ex-wife, and she's like, "That's scary," and I'm like, "That's perfect. That's what you're expecting," and it's going to be interesting. Some of the things I wanted to mention. What do you think about Tate Martell? Didn't get the job, no showed practice.
It sounds like
for Miami.
Sounds like he's being a baby too, doesn't it?
Yep. Do you think he transfers again?
No, I don't think he'll transfer again because he'll definitely have to sit out.
Oh, fuck. We forgot to cover this in baseball. Next year, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah. Yankees and White Sox?
Yeah, 8,000 seats. They're going to play their first ever baseball game in Iowa, and it's going to be that.
Field of
what
Dreams.
do you think?
It's interesting. It was a decent movie. Not the best, but it was a good movie.
Yeah, we can talk about that because a lot of people like that. I'm like,
we'll wait till that next year, and that's the movie we'll talk about.
Right. And I totally agree with you there.
That'll be interesting, though. I mean, it's cool. I like them doing different things, and that's the thing you got to appreciate about Manfred, right?
Yeah.
Manfred. As commish, man, Selig. He wanted baseball to be old and blah, and he keeps changing it up and doing different things. So you got to like that. You got to respect that, no doubt.
All right. So on this day, let's go back in history. 1932, Summer Olympic Games, ex-Summer Olympic Games, close in Los Angeles. Crazy.
What year?
1932. Also that year, Dodger John Quinn, 49 years old, oldest pitcher to win a major league game.
Okay.
Wow. 1937. Detroit Tigers score 36 runs in a doubleheader versus the St. Louis Browns.
Nice.
1948. 14th Olympic Games close at London, Great Britain.
Okay.
This is interesting. 1959. 26th NFL Chicago All-Star Game. Baltimore 29, All-Stars 0. 70,000 people in attendance.
Those All-Stars sucked.
1959, AFL organized with New York, Dallas, LA, Minneapolis, Denver, and Houston. 1973, Johnny Unitas files $725,000 suit against Baltimore Colts.
Damn it, Johnny U.
77 PGA Championship Men's Golf, Pebble Beach. Lanny Wadkins wins his only major title in event's first sudden death playoff with Gene, Littler?
Littler?
Yep.
Good for Lanny.
81, Mike Schmidt hits his 300th career home run off New York Met Mike Scott.
Rip.
1982, Pete Rose of the Phillies at the time, 12,365 at-bat sets record, passes Hank Aaron.
Nice.
1987, Mark McGwire sets rookie home run record at 39, en route to 49 as a rookie.
Drugs.
1993, Reggie Jackson, Yankees retire 13th number. What was his number?
33.
44.
44, I was close. I knew it was something like that.
All right, 1994 PGA Championship. Who won?
1994?
Yes, sir. It was at Southern Hills Country Club.
Mark O'Mara.
Nick Price. 6 strokes over Corey Pavin. Where was Nick Price from?
South Africa.
Zimbabwe, yeah.
Yep. I know that.
Yep,
Nick
good
Price
job.
won 2 majors, I think. If I had to take a guess.
All right, let's jump to PGA Championship in 2011. Who won?
Rory.
Keegan Bradley. First major title in a playoff with fellow American Jason
Gore.
Duffner. All right, 2016. Jamaican sprint star
Usain Bolt.
wins coveted 100-meter Olympic 100-meter gold medal in 9.81 at Rio de Janeiro Olympics. First man to win the event 3 times.
Yep.
Think he's going to run in 2020?
I think he will. I do.
All right. Also then, South African athlete Wade van Niekerk sets world record 43.03 to win the men's 400-meter, 43 seconds.
for a
Holy
lap
shit.
around the track. It would take me 1:43 to do that.
So a little over 10 seconds, a little under 11 every 100 meters. That's insane. Justin Rose of Great Britain finishes with a score of 16 under par to win the inaugural men's individual golf gold medal at Rio de Janeiro. Rose is 2 strokes ahead of Henrik Stenson of Sweden and 3 from American Matt Kuchar.
Yep.
All right, and then the men's U.S. Senior Open, Gene Sowers wins by 1 stroke ahead of Miguel
Angel Cabrera.
Jimenez. And Billy
Miguel Cabrera from earlier.
Mayfair. All right, let's get some birthdays in here. It's actually a wrestler's birthday. He turns, get this, 70. What wrestler turns 70 today? Former wrestler.
Ricky Steamboat.
I'll give you his move and it'll give it away.
Okay.
Crossface, chicken wing.
Bob back.
There we go. Oh, gosh, here's another one. 63 years old, NASCAR driver, former NASCAR driver.
Dick Trickle.
No.
Former NASCAR driver. 63.
Very popular driver.
Bobby Allison.
Nope.
Davey Allison.
No. Still alive.
Are they both dead?
I believe so.
Oh.
Maybe. From Arnold, Missouri.
Jimmy Spencer.
Beer was
Dick
his
Trickle.
sponsor his whole career.
Rusty Wallace.
Yes. All right. A Hall of Fame point guard, executive, 5-time NBA champion,
Jace Kidd. Steve Nash.
3-time NBA Finals MVP,
Gary Payton.
from Lansing, Michigan.
Irving Magic Johnson.
60 years old today.
Does he still have AIDS?
He doesn't have AIDS. He has HIV.
Oh, does he still have HIV?
Yes.
Okay. Just keep drinking that
Keep
ground up
drinking,
money, Magic.
keep drinking that money, my man. Oh, gosh. Let's get down here. Roy Williams, 39. He's played for Dallas and Detroit. Clay Buchholz.
Does he still pitch for the Red Sox?
It feels like it, doesn't it? 35.
Jesus. I think he was that old.
Timmy Tebow, 32.
Old Tebow's birthday.
Where was he born?
Chicago, Illinois.
No. We talked about this several shows ago.
Yeah, I didn't pay
Born in the
attention.
Philippines. So, very interesting stuff. Were there any deaths on this day in history? I'm sure there were. Cuckoo Marlin, NASCAR driver, died at 73 in 2005.
Dick Trickle.
No. How about Enzo Ferrari, died in 1988 at age 90. He was the manufacturer of Ferrari.
Lamborghini.
Yes, you are absolutely correct.
It's like the Iceland-Greenland thing.
Iceland is covered in ice. Are you sure?
No.
No. Muhammad Ali got married on this day. 1964, he got married to a cocktail waitress.
Okay, so he's Tiger Woods. Who cares? What's wrong with getting married to a cocktail waitress? It's
And then-
probably not the only time he got married.
2010, Hilary Duff married retired Canadian professional hockey center Mike Comrie. Comrie? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyway, thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Thank you to All Wear Clothing, first and primary sponsor of Over the Line Sports Podcast. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you to Crandall Squad Lawn Care, Sean, 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding area, and not
Herbanagel,
Iceland.
I think. Something that was close.
Yeah, it sounds great. Thank you to Tim at Verizon, Cassandra at PNC, Steve at Savage & Associates. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Iceland is green, Greenland is ice. Not that complicated, people.